Do you run a business where you sell a product or service to your customers and charge them on a recurring basis? That means monthly, 3-monthly, 6-monthly, or even yearly. You'll be happy to know that you can set up subscription billing for your customers right inside of the payment platform, Stripe. This means that you don't have to set up a third-party platform to connect to Stripe, but bill your customers on a recurring basis right inside of Stripe. If you want to know how exactly you can do that, then make sure to stay tuned for this video. Hi everyone, I'm Louis, and today I'm going to show you how you can set up subscription billings inside your Stripe account. So the first thing you need is, of course, your Stripe account. So make sure you already have the Stripe account ready, because I won't be showing you the step-by-steps in this video. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is go into your Stripe account and then look under something called billing in your menu. When you're inside of billing, you want to look at something called subscriptions. Inside of the subscriptions, you'll see a few options. We'll go through them one by one because each one is very important to set up the subscription. So the first one is the pricing model. The second one is choose how to offer subscriptions, and then you will have the setup customer portal option. Also, before we get into that, you want to make sure you understand the pricing of the subscription. So here I'm on the billing starter. It's 0.5% on recurring payments. Okay, so that is on top of whatever transaction fees that Stripe charges you in your country. There's also the more advanced plan called billing scale, and that's a bit more pricey. It's 0.8% instead of 0.5%. So you have to see if the starter plan is enough or you need to go to the scale plan. Okay, but for today's tutorial, we'll only be looking at the starter plan. Alright, so now let's look at the first option, which is the choose your pricing model. If you click on it, you'll see that there are actually 4 different types of pricing model that Stripe offers you under subscriptions. The first one is the good, better, best. So let's take a look at what this means. So the good, better, best is basically the 3 standard plans where you have the lower tier, the mid tier, and then the advanced tier. Okay, so most businesses will most likely default to this kind of pricing plans. So if you have a good, better, best flat rate pricing plan, then this model would work the best for you. How about the other model, seat based? Okay, so let's look at what this means. The pricing per user is a pricing model that usually applies to SaaS companies that charge their clients based on the number of users they have registered on the platform. So let's say you have a SaaS that charges $10 per user per user they have on your platform, and a company has registered 15 users on your platform, then you will be charging them $150 to use your platform. On the other hand, if they decide to expand their team and enroll another 2 people on your platform, then you'll charge them $170 instead. So that's how the pricing per user works. And finally, we have the other pricing model option here. So what does the other pricing model option mean? It means that if any of these 3 default pricing models don't work for you, you can look into the docs and think about how you can set up your pricing model. So for today's tutorial, I'll show you how to set up the good, better, best. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is click on create pricing. Okay, here you want to put the name of your product. Let's say I have a Shopify monthly maintenance plan. Okay, so this is the product And then if you want to put in a description, that's go ahead, and an image, but for this tutorial I'm just going to skip that for now and stick with the essentials. So we have the standard pricing, package pricing, graduated pricing, and so on. So we want to stick to the standard pricing if you are not following any of the other pricing models. Alright, so say I have one price which is 100 ringgit a month, and then make sure that the pricing type is recurring rather than one time. This is a requirement for the subscription option. Okay, and then you choose the monthly. So my product is a monthly maintenance plan. We're going to stick with monthly, so you can choose the frequency of the billing depending on what product you offer. Okay, and then choose another pricing tier. You have the, and then you can choose this as the default one if you want. Then you have the okay, so 3 different prices. Then you save the product. Okay, so now you have this product with 3 different pricing tiers. There are also other things you can do like cross-selling, but we won't be covering that in this tutorial. So let's go back there. Once you've created the product, you want to go back to billing and then go to subscriptions, and then choose how to offer your subscription. So there are a few ways you can do this. You can create a subscription from the dashboard, create payment link to share to your customers, embed a pricing table on your website, offer subscriptions on your website with a checkout integration, or pre-build it. Okay, so these will involve a bit of code, so I won't be covering that in this tutorial. So we'll be focusing on just these 3 types of subscriptions for now. Okay, so let's take a look at how this one works. Okay, so this would be if you have a customer in mind already, they want to buy, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna create this invoice for them. So you look for the customer, and then you add the product. Which product is it? Which plan is it that they're interested in? So let's say they want to go for the lightest plan, 100 ringgit a month. Then you can choose their billing start date, and then if you want to offer trials, you can also do that. For my service, I won't be offering any trials. This one is something you need to upgrade the plan for. So for now, I don't need that, so that's something I'm going to ignore. In terms of the payment, they can either be charged automatically. If let's say this is a customer who you have their payment details, you can charge them automatically using the card on file, or email them this invoice and get them to pay then. Okay, so once you have done that, then you can create the subscription and then email them this bill. Okay, so that's how you do the create the subscription from dashboard. The next one would be to share a payment link to your customer. So this actually works a similar way. It's just little bit different in terms of like the customer details. So in the first method, you will be the one keying in the customer information, and if they have a payment on file, then you can use that. But if you use this, it's just a payment link, a general payment link, right? So you create this link and then you pass it on to anyone who is interested to subscribe. So they'll be keying in their own information and their payment information on the page itself. Okay, so once you have set this up, you can share the link. Okay, so here are some options that you can use. So let's say you want to collect the address. If you're shipping the merchandise, then you can collect the address. If not, let's say if it's a digital payment or you don't need the address, so don't collect it. Then if you need the customer's phone number, you want to also add that in, and again the free trial. Any custom fields you need, promotional codes, is it allowed? Okay, so once you're happy with that, then you create link. Okay, so you can then copy this link, share it with your customers, and then the customer will pay using that link. Okay, so the third one is by embedding a pricing table on your store. Okay, here's the preview. So you can also embed this where if you have a few products and you want to, just embed this kind of table in your store. This is how it will look. Okay, so you want to so this is one way you can do it. If you have 3 different types of plans, then you can just put them here. Okay, so then after that, once you have completed this, again you can adjust accordingly. These are different pages, so let's say if the customer clicks on one of the subscribe buttons, then they'll be directed to the payment page where they can key in the information, similar to the payment link option that we saw previously. You can customize the payment page. So next page is the confirmation. Okay, so what do they see after they've made the payment? So once you're happy with it, just click on finish. Okay, so you'll see this code. What you want to do is copy this code and put it into your website. So if you use like a WordPress website, it's very easy. Just find a HTML block and paste it in. If it's your own website, hand-coded website, put it into the source code, etc. Super easy. Just an embed and show up. This will show up and your customers can buy from you already. Alright, so those are how you can offer your subscriptions. Now the last one is creating the customer portal. So if you don't create the customer portal, it's fine, it's optional, but if you want that added convenience where customers can come in to adjust their plans on their own, self-service, you can create the portal. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Just click on the create link under that, and then you'll find that, okay, I have the link. This is the customer portal link. I created this before, so that's why this is active. So here you can adjust the options. Okay, how much information you want to show them. Do you want this to show up or not? Okay, so payment methods, cancellations. Okay, so you can give them that option. Super simple to set up, so really depends on what kind of options you want to give your customers. Okay, so if you look at this here, let's see if I can. Okay, so once your customers come to the portal, they can see what plan they're on, their card on file, billing information, and invoice history. Okay, if you let them. So these are some basic stuff they want to know. Okay, so let's take a look at how the portal looks. Okay, so this is a link that you can put on your website should you want them to log in. Okay, so in order for them to access the portal, they need to put in their email address to log in, and then they'll see that page that I showed you earlier. Alright, so that's all for my very quick walkthrough of the Stripe subscription billing. So that's how you can set up pricing models and charge your customers for subscription billing. Super simple. It's just a little bit pricey because they'll charge you a percentage on top of the transaction fees. Nonetheless, for the convenience of it, it could be worth that cost if you don't find other options suitable. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Louis, an e-commerce consultant. If you want any help with your e-commerce store, make sure to go to my service link below and let me know what you need help on, and I'll get back with you within one business day. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like content like this, make sure to give this channel a subscribe. And if you love this video and you learned something new, give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye bye.